November 2010, November 2010, paper 1, question bunny, question number 3, question number 3, November 2010, paper 1, question number 3. Now, a very interesting question. A very interesting question. A man fires projectile X. Now let me draw a graph yakhona. Ikhona nalapho. Lapho a graph. Isuka from 29,4. Velocity in meters per second. Right, so we have le graph ekhonjiswa laphana. We have this graph represented laphana. A man fires a projectile X vertically upwards at the velocity of 29,4. Uyayibona ke igraph ithi la isuka khona isuka ngo-29,4. Buka ke igwi quadrant where velocity is positive, so which means upwards from the graph it's positive. So uzungatiteki wena ungayikhohlwa le ngwenya le engifaka la plus 29,4 meters per second. So downwards, upwards is positive, then downwards is negative. Well, bese ngifakile 29,4 sengijahe kakhulu kanti angifanelanga ukujaha, kumele nje ngithathe ngingayidli kakhulu indlovu ngaze ngibende, funa nje ngithi kuyihlephula kancane kancane iyoze ngiyiqede ini na indlovu ekuyinkinga. So now from the edge of a cliff, this cliff has a height of 100 meters. Oh, wait. Nansia cliff. Hey, nansia lengwenya. Ponti yani projectile X yani. We ponta kupina from the edge of a cliff. Emnqenqemeni basho njalo abanye. Delta Y, but it's 100 meters. The height is 100 meters. So delta Y is plus 100. It's 100 meters. We are peso plus 100. So now they say, after some time, the projectile lands on the ground below the cliff. Oh, after some time, we ponsile lento yaya pezulu. Miya phezulu yehla yaze yoshaya phansi, lands on the ground below the cliff. Uyiphonsile yaya phezulu, i-velocity yancipha, yathi mayifika at the highest point where velocity is 0, kade sekuyithathe 3 seconds, yabuya yaze yayodlula la iqale khona. Ngamanye amazwi into esingayifakela yona la siyazi ukuthi the time it takes ukuya phezulu ilingana ne time it takes ukuza phansi. So the total time is 6 seconds, so which is minus 29,4. It's minus 29,4. Kodwa ke yase idlula la yaze yofika lapha phansi. Yikho lokho igraph yakhona isike yaze yoshaya lapha phansi yayophelela lapha phansi. So now they say the velocity time graph below, not drawn to scale, represents the motion of projectile X. but let us ignore the effects of friction. 3.1. Use the graph to determine the time that the projectile X takes to reach its maximum height. A calculation is not required. To reach its maximum height, the velocity at its maximum height under projectile motion, under free fall, in the absence of air, the velocity is 0. So it's 3 seconds to reach its maximum height. Simple. Imagi lelo lokwazi ukuinterpreta ini na igraph. Calculate the maximum height that projectile X reaches above the ground. Oh. Now I guess but maximum height projectile X reaches above the ground. Sifuna ukusuka la, but a height bakwethu, height si ukusuka emhlabathini siyazi ukusuka la kufika la 100. So sesingathi maximum height is equals to plus 100 plus, sifuna ukucheck again from there to there, from A to B. So plus 100 plus y A to B, or switch to plus delta y A to B. Now as funa u delta y from A to B, sifuna u delta y. Now from A to B, delta y sifuna. From A to B, initial velocity, it is plus 29.4 meters per second. From A to B. From A to B, final velocity is 0, like Chigakon. From A to B, Saiboni acceleration, G, it's plus, it's minus, upward is positive, downwards is negative. 9.8 meters per second squared, that is G. From A to B, delta T, ingakana delta T wethu na isikhathi esithathayo from A to B is 3 seconds. Buka ukuthi siyazi izinto eziningi kangakanani. Siyazi initial velocity as 29.4. Siyazi final velocity as 0 meters per second. Siyazi G as 9.8 meters per second. Siyazi nesikhathi as 3 seconds. Now simele siwakhumbule lama equations of motion. Vf is equals to Vi plus G delta T. Siyazi ukuthi sino Vf squared is equals to Vi squared plus 2G delta Y. Siyazi no delta Y is equals to Vi delta T plus half G delta T squared. Siyazi nani delta Y is equals to Vf plus Vi over 2 times delta T. These are the equations of motion. To calculate delta Y. Now, my equations. Singayusebenzisa in the equation. The answer is no. Ngoba awukho delta Y. The answer is no. Lena yesibili singayisebenzisa na how uVF ukhona, uVi ukhona, uG ukhona, singayisebenzisa le. Oh, singayisebenzisa le Vf squared is equals to Vi squared plus 2G delta Y. Sesikhethile. How? Tisha ngicela ukubuza lesithathu singayisebenzisa na? Ngicela ukubuza, ngiyayibuzela nje tisha, ngiyazi ngiyakubona nje njengoba uhlezi lapha nje uyangibuka nje unobuso obungibuzayo nami ngeke ngikuphendule. Siyathola delta Y singayithola kanjani? uVi sinayo, yebo sinayo. Delta T yebo. uG hayibo sinawo. Hayi singayisebenzisa nale. Ha, mawuthanda ungasebenzisa le delta Y is Vi delta T plus half G delta T squared. Singayisebenzisa nale. asibonele yokugcina awu bakwethu udelta y inayo ingasiza ukuthola udelta y vele sifuna udelta y sina uVF yebo sina uVi yebo sina delta t hawu yebo kunjalo hey bakwethu uyabona ke hey ka science ave kumnandi siyakufundisa ukukhetha ukwazi ukukhetha manje ungathi mase ngihlangana nawe la so ukhetha ihoho lana ngithawa ngangakufundisa science wasohluleka nje nokukhetha manje wakhetha into engahambisani nawe hawu wakhetha ispoon uphethe imfoloko ungadla kanjani imfoloko ukudla ngemfoloko nespoon hawu kwathi kudliwa wena ama-sweets wena ufuna ukudla nge-fork and knife wena haya ukwazi ukukhetha mani khetha okufanelekile lana nawo ama-equations ongawakhetha. Now let me advise you, uma ufike esimene esinje now here abelungu bathi you are spoiled of choice. Usho ukuthi wena okuthintayo nje ikona kulawana amathathu okuthintayo nje kwakho iku-right. Let me advise you, yabona uma ufike esimene esinje ama-equations lawa ane-squared, try to avoid them. Le VF squared, VI squared, hey, try to avoid them. Ngoba kwi-examination bakwethu sowubhala ubese udideka 3 squared it is 6. So ukhumbula sowuphuma ngegate ukuthi wenze iphutha, so ukhumbula uhake udeciment ukuthi hayibo so ukhalela leyo hug so uhake udeciment ujabule kanje ukuthi awungiphasile kanti ushaye ngaphandle. Avoid ama-equations ane-squared. Don't try to complicate things. So ke engayikhetha mina ngikhetha leyana yokugcina lena VF squared, VI squared, lana delta T squared. Ay, be careful. Aw ngingazenzela delta Y. What is VF? VF is 0 plus. What is VI? VI is 29,4. 29,4 over 2 times. What is time? 3. So we have 29,4 divided by 3 or by 2. 29,4 divided by 2. Gitola 14,7 times 3. 14,7 is 44,1. So delta Y is 44,1 meter. Okay, so tolileke manje i-distance ukusuka la ukuya laphana ithini na is 44,1 meter. So what is the maximum height? Is 100 plus 44,1, which is how much? Plus 144,1 meter. There you are. Uhamba uyiqhawula wena uyiqhawula uthi kodwa Maseko ngingakubonga kanjani kube bekwazi ukungiqhawula bengizothi awulula isandla lapho mhlambe ayeza ama-phones azoba ngconywana lapho fanele uqhawule nje ngisho noma kudlala ibhola nje ubuka ibhola uqhawule nje uqhawule iplay elithize uthi awu wazi washaya lento walala umuntu phansi washaya igoli. Kuya ngabe nje ne-iPhone mhlambe kuzoza amanye ama-iPhone ozokwazi ukuqhawula khona nami wenze njani na ungiqhawule kube umaqhawulana yilo umqhawule omunye nomunye uqhawule omunye. 3.3 yo 3.3 it is sketch the position time graph. Once but the position that is displacement position. Ngoba displacement isitshela i-position i-object ekuyinayo mawuqhathanisa nala isuka khona i-position i-object ekuyona. Sketch the position time graph for projectile X for the period of 0 seconds to 6 seconds. Sifuna nje i-position yayo from 0 to 6. from 0 to 3 beyisaya phezulu displacement. Why ngithi ifike phezulu i-final i-0, so kuyithatha 3 seconds. So mayisuka laphana ithatha 3 seconds iya phezulu, i-velocity yakhona beyincipha beyi-decelerate, so ke i-shape ye-displacement time graph yenye i-shape. Right, now ake siyilungiseke leyo mpahla leyo. Yeah. Asibone. Position in meter. Abanye bangathi displacement. Displacement against time. Now for the first in seconds. For the first 3 seconds, bokwenzekani i-velocity beyincipha from 229.4 should be decelerate. First 3 seconds isaya phezulu beyi-decelerate. So i-displacement time graph yakhona injani, ikhevela ngaku-y-axis. So kuyini leyo na 3 seconds. Ngoba why ngisusa lapha ku-0 kuthiwa lana use the edge of a cliff as 0 of position. La isuka khona le ngwenya leni phonsa sisusa la as 0, so i-position yakhona yu-0 yaya phezulu. Mhlawumbe sengingatsaka nje ngithi yini 44,1 ngoba sitholeni ukusuka la ukuya laphana u-44,1 meter. Ithe mayisuka lapho base bethi for 6 seconds ithatha 3 seconds ukuya phezulu. Mase yetha i-velocity yakhona iya-increase, i-undergo i-acceleration, i-curve yakhona ihamba kanje until ibuyela first 6 seconds. 3 seconds beya phezulu, another 3 seconds yabuyela la iqale khona kule yangwenya. So we have i-graph enje. So this is length. Now nazi izinto abathe siyiveze egraphini, ithi umuntu mina ngiveze no more than enough now. Mawuveza oku more than enough akusona isono leso. Ngeke ubethelele lokho bakwethu. Right. Indicate the following on the graph. The time when projectile X reaches its maximum height. Nansi. Time when projectile X reaches its maximum height. The time when projectile X reaches the edge of the cliff. The time when projectile X reaches the edge of the cliff. Sesishayileke igraph yethu esesiqedile ngo-3.3. Sasiya manje komunye umkhakha walesi sibalo 3.4. Sisakhuluma ngale ngwenya lena ephonse i-projectile X iyaphezulu. Le ngwenya lena ithe iphonsa i-projectile X kuyaphezulu. U-3.4 yasifaka enye i-dimension na. Asilungiseke sibona. Lokhu sesikuphendulile kuyayisola manje ukuthi bawuyitshela ukuthi uyasithola usitholile kanti cha akubuzanga elangeni kubuze kuSowetan thina sibuza kuNatal Mercury abanye babuze elangeni. Right, now siyathola la there you go. Ngizonikeza omunye umbala lento engizokhuluma ngayo. Now they say 1 second after projectile X is fired. 1 second, which means projectile X was fired. After 1 second, Now X, wathuthula waya phezulu. 1 second after it was fired, kwase kwenzekani? Hey, bakwethu isingisi sibalulekile kakhulu. Njengoba ngifunda nje uyilalele kahle isingisi man. Isingisi sibalulekile. If you miss this portion, you are out. And we missiswa yini le portion because of your deficiency in understanding English. Now they say 1 second after projectile X is fired, a man's friend fires a second projectile Y upwards at the velocity of 49 meters per second from the ground below the cliff. Now umngani wakhe la ngimnikeza omunye umbalo uzubona akusiye lo ungazuthi awuhle kanjani manje lo muntu manje udlala ngathi lo muntu uyaphonsa uyisa phezulu and uyaphambana nento yaphansi cha yikho lokunginikeza umbalo omunye umngani why ulaphana at the ground below the cliff udubula yena uprojectile Y uyidubule a second after. I like this one. Kuqale kwadubula X uthe dubula u-X a second after that kwadubula Y ekuphi elapha naphakathi phansi. Ake ngixoxele ngesingisi sibone ukuthi ibhalwe kanjani. 1 second after projectile X is fired, the man's friend fires a second projectile Y upwards at a velocity of 49 meters per second. All right. Velocity is sikhuluma ngo-Y now. Initial velocity it's plus 49 meters per second. Sikhuluma ngo-projectile Y. Projectile Y. Projectile Y. 1 second after projectile X is fired, the man's friend fires a second projectile Y upwards at a velocity of 49 meters per second from the ground below the cliff. The first projectile X passes projectile Y. Sikhuluma ngo-X manje. Lalela leso singisi. U-X dluliyani uprojectile Y. U-X siyazi ukuthi kuyithathe 3 seconds. So u-X boso around here. The first projectile X zidlulane la u-Y vele bevele yaphezulu. U-Y lo. U-X lo. Kuthiwa idlulaneni lana nini na? Naso isikhi. Inkinga. The first projectile X passes projectile Y 5.23 seconds after projectile X is fired. Which means projectile X idutshuliwe. Yadlula u-Y seyihambe. Madoda. Where X passes Y, delta T, it's what? 5.23 seconds. Hayi kuhleki hashi la. Mawuzi hashi lethi hey lisuke lihleka. Account hashi liyakhala liyahleka. Ikho lokho joke belikitaza lana bese liyahleka belikitaza la empanjeni. Basuke belikitaza nala kuhleki hashi noma kuthimula idata. The first projectile X passes projectile Y 5.23 seconds after projectile X is fired. Projectile X kuyithathe 5.23 seconds ukudlulana no-Y. U-Y wona uthathe isikhathi esingakanani na? Kuyithathe 4.23 seconds. Why ngisho njalo? Yingoba u-Y udutshulwe a second after u-X. udutshule yona idlulana ku-x, u-y yona bese ihambe 4,23 seconds, u-x wona uhambe 5,23 seconds. Why teacher uthi 4,23 seconds? Ngoba u-y udutshulwe isekeni emva kwe-x, 1 second after x. Morago ga second elengwe x a sena go thunywa, go thuntswe pele x a ya kodimo a fetana le y morago ga nako ya 5,23 seconds. Y yona ebile 4,23 seconds ka gonne y o tlohile 1 second after x. Sengiyenza ukuthi nase Limpopo niyangizwa, nase kuphi Northwest niyangizwa. eGauteng nginquba vanga. So now ake sizwe ke manje sesiya kuma question. Sengianalyzile le question. Niyazi le question lena yini ngigxile kangaka? Inama marks awu 10. I5 marks ukuqala, ne5 marks ukugcina. Ayi. Uma uyilahlela ukhohlwa. Calculate the following. The velocity of projectile X at the instant it passes projectile Y. Sifuna velocity ka X at the instant it passes projectile Y. That one is 3.4.1. Tini pale kahle is 3.4.1. The velocity of X 3.4.1. Good to Alana. Calculate the velocity of projectile X at the instant it passes projectile Y. So sifuna velocity of X at the instant it passes Y. Now, which means sifuna final velocity of X ukuthi ngakanani. U-X wethu usuka kwi velocity ngakanani na? Initial usuka kwi velocity of 2,98 to 29,4. 29,4 meters per second. Upwards, positive. Isayini balulekile bakwethu. Ithatha isikhathi esingakanani ukudlula uprojectile Y? Uyithathe isikhathi esu how much? 5,23 seconds. Acceleration okuyina minus 9,8 meters per second squared. So sifuna velocity of ukuthi idlule laphana ihamba ngevelocity engakanani na. Now ngoba downwards is negative, ngine-show ukuthi u-VF wethu it will be negative. Asazi, asibone. Ipi equation esingayisebenzisa la, VF is equals to VI plus G delta T. VF sifuna ona VI it's plus 29,4 plus into minus 9,8. Isikhathi is 5,23 plus 29,4 minus asibone sithi 9,8 times 5,23 ngithola mina 51,254. So what is VF? Now asithole ke, so which is minus minus VF, it's minus 28 or 21, right? 21,854. 21,854 meters per second. 21,854 meters per second. U5 max wakho lo. Akusizwe ke u5 max wesibili. But the velocity, the velocity of projectile X at the instant it passes projectile Y. Lana bati, the velocity of projectile X relative to projectile Y at the instant it passes projectile Y. Oh, relativity, which means more katanisa. I need to go through kancane relativity. Uma imoto iya le isihlahla simile iya le nge-velocity of 60 kilometers per hour. Angikhulume nge-reality yento. Isihlahla simile, velocity yesihlahla u0. Uma siya le iya to the right, now to the right, which means relative to the tree. Which would isihlahla, what is the velocity of a car relative to the tree? Which means isihlahla siyobona imoto iyaphi mawula isihlahleni wena isihlahla asingabe sakhuluma ngesihlahla esibonayo ngoba phela isihlahla sibona wena ula isihlahleni imoto iya to the right at 60 kilometers per hour, which means i-velocity yemoto relative to you wena omile, which means when uzobona le moto iya nge-velocity ngakanani 60 kilometers per hour to the right. Imoto ke yona iyobona isihlahla, what is the velocity of a tree or of a boy lo ehlezi phansi kwesihlahla relative to the car. Imoto iyobona isihlahla siyaphi sona siya le emuva phela mohamba ubona ngathi into eyimile ziye emuva, so izoyibona iya emuva nge-velocity of 60, iya to the left nge-velocity of 60. That is relativity. Relativity bakwethu ungayididanisi nama vectors. Qhathanisa nje ungadidanisi nama vectors. In fact kuyi opposite nama vectors. Uma sino car A uya le ngo 60 bese siba no car B naye uya car B naye uya le ngo 60. Car A 60, car B 6, same direction. Le relative to this one, iyobona sungazathi ayihambi. Nale iyobona sungazathi ayihambi, which means their velocity it's the difference of the two. What is the difference of 60 and 60? 0. Same direction. Iyobona muse stimeleni. Use coaching ukwenye platform. Naso sinistimela lapha bese isuka same time. Uyabona wena siyahamba njalo isitimela kodwa niyabonana ukuthi hayibo ungalena omunye ungalena ingoba relative to one another your velocity is 0. Okay, kodwa ke nansi ya lo muntu ukha A uya le ngo 60, ukha B uya same direction kodwa ihamba ngo 40 kilometers per hour. 40 same direction. Kusho ukuthi kuzokwenzekani? U B uyobona u A eyaphambili ngo 20. Difference of the two if it's the same direction 20. 60 minus 40. Kusho ukuthi u B uyobona u A eya to the right at 20 kilometers per hour. U A uyobona u B esalele emuva eya to the left at 20. Kodwa nilo hoyibo kodwa niyale lo munye yasalele emuva, hayi ukuthi usalele emuva ispeed sakhe sincane wena ubona ungazathi umile usalele emuva kanti cha niya to the same direction but the difference of the two. So A, the velocity of A relative to B it's 20 kilometers per hour to the right. The velocity of B relative to A, it's 20 kilometers per hour to the left. I guess it is here pambana. Hey, 60 and 40. Le iya le. Oh, ziyapambana. Yobona imoto mehamba ngo120 iya le enye ihamba ngo120 iya le. Ukuthi uza now uyabona ayahanjwa. Why kube njalo? Ngoba le relative to that uma ziphambana, their relative velocity, it is the sum of the two. Sum of the two, 60 plus 40. Kusho ukuthi A uyabona uB A yale ngo100. Empeleni yena uhamba ngo40 relative to lo mile lo ubona iyale ngo40. Kodwa lo phambana naye 100. Yeah. Hayi ngoba kwi-speedometer u100. Cha. Ngoba lo uyale ngo40, lo uya ngo60. Baphambana nge-velocity, which is the sum of the two. Ngamanye amazwi, if boku60 ukuyale nale yaku60, hey, 120. Le izobona le iya to the left 120, nale izobona leyana iya to the right 120. Coming back to the problem. 3.4.2. What is the velocity of x relative to the projectile y at the instant it passes that? Already sitholile the velocity of x. Ake sithole uprojectile velocity of y qala sizokwazi ukuyiqhathanisa. La idlula khona initial projectile y. Kumele sithole kuqala projectile y. Initial upwards plus 49 meters per second. Delta t idlule ihamba ngevelocity engakanani na? 5.23 minus 1. Bakhohle ukuthi ifike a second later, which is how much? 4.23 seconds. Ngibhala kabomu lo minus 1 ukuze ukwazi ukukhumbula ukuthi usiqhamukaphi. Ug wethu yini na? 9.8 meters per second squared. Kuphi? Downwards. So what is Vf? Asithole kuqala uVf, then bese sesishaya irrelativity. Vf wethu suthola kanjani na? Sithi Vf is equals to Vi plus G delta T. Vf is equals to Vi plus G delta T. So we have Vf is equals to Vi plus 49 plus into minus 9.8 times 4.23 plus 49 minus 9.8 times 4.23 41.454. So 41.454. Yeah. I guess tolege. Which is 7.54. So Vf is plus 7.54 plus 7.546 meters per second. Okay. Kamanya mazwi projectile y uyobe uhamba ngo 7.4 546 upwards. Lena iyobe ihamba ziyaphambana ke la, le yaphansi, leyani yaphezulu. So ke, what is the velocity of projectile X now relative to Y? Or y uyobona u-x eyaphansi ngevelocity engakanani? Sum of the two. So we'll have velocity of x relative to y will be 21,854 plus 7,546 21. Is over minus 29,4 meters per second. Kusho ukuthi soyibona iyaphansi minus per get velocity of 29 meters per second. That is the velocity of x relative to the velocity of y. Lama questions amabili engisanda ukwenza manje ama marks awu-10. Athwele njengoba bengichaza kakhulu kanjena anama marks ane information eningi okumele wena uyihlaziye kahle.